Hasta la vista, baby.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I, Iron Man.
Expecto Patronum!
I am your father.
There's a snake in my boot!
What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another TV show review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. We got another very exciting TV series to talk about this week after the 8th episode just concluded, and we're talking about DC this time, and we're talking Peacemaker. Directed and written by James Gunn himself, the man that did the 2021 Suicide Squad movie. That movie was successful. And this series stars John Cena once again as Peacemaker, and a great cast all around. And it's an 8-episode series. All episodes are available to stream now. Let's talk Peacemaker. 5 months after recovering from the injuries he suffered during the events of Suicide Squad, Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker, is forced to join the mysterious Argus Black Ops squad, Project Butterfly. They're on a mission to identify and eliminate parasite butterfly-like creatures in human form in the United States and around the world. Now, you guys obviously know I loved James Gunn's version of the Suicide Squad last year. That was one of my favorite films of last year. And I just love the ensemble cast, the new cast members that he brought in that movie, especially John Cena as Peacemaker, even though he's not one of my favorites in that original Suicide Squad film. But at the same time, we all hated him for what he did in that movie, killing Rick Flag. And once it was announced that he was getting his own show, many people were surprisingly not excited at all for this show. And I wasn't like fully excited for the show. I kind of wanted a King Shark or a Bloodsport show more than Peacemaker, but I was willing to give this a chance. I mean, it's James Gunn, right? The man is not really disappointed, except Guardians 2. Peacemaker is an absolute blast, guys. From start to finish, this show is hilarious, it is dark, it is bloody, and emotional at its core. Peacemaker, as we know, he kills for peace because he has a code. And this show really dives into the character of Christopher Smith and Peacemaker. He starts off as this dipshit Captain America character. Everybody hates him, and it's an arc for him throughout this entire series. And John Cena's performance in the show is freaking awesome. He's very likable, very funny, and it's a great arc for him because everybody at the start hates this guy. And he's trying to redeem himself and make new friends. And pretty much his only friend at the start is his eagle, Eagly. Eagly is awesome. And he also has his budding best friend in Vigilante. Vigilante, we gotta talk Vigilante. This character is so hilarious. Freddie Stroma, I've never seen this actor before, but he absolutely crushed it as Vigilante. Definitely like a Deadpool kind of knockoff, but at the same way, he's just this nerdy guy who gets along with Peacemaker, but also butts heads at the same time. And that character all around was very interesting. And then he meets this new friend along the way with Adebayo. Adebayo might have been my favorite character in the entire show. And spoiler alert, this character plays a very integral part to this entire show. She is the daughter of Amanda Waller. And it was a very interesting take in bringing in the daughter of Amanda Waller, making her seem like that audience character. She gets right into the situation. She feels like she's not fit for this job at all. And it's a great arc for her. And I love her friendship with Peacemaker. Two different personalities who would probably never get along in life, but surprisingly, they match together perfectly. She's able to connect with him on a more human level and also just be there for him whenever he needs her. Next, we got to talk about Jennifer Holland. I thought she was badass in the show. She's that tough, chick personality, and she just takes shit from nobody, and a great arc with her and Peacemaker as well. Peacemaker's trying to hit on her, she's not having it, and they end up having a really nice relationship in the end. And it's pretty much taken the 2021 cast of the Suicide Squad that you may not fully know and now you get to really know these personalities in this entire show. The opening dance sequence of Peacemaker is one of the greatest TV openings I've ever seen. It's just John Cena dancing and all these characters just dancing around. It totally fits James Gunn's style. This opening credits is freaking awesome. I gotta shout out James Gunn. His direction and his screenplay for this series totally works. It has taken the character we may not like at the start, but end up really liking by the end. That's James Gunn. Constant swearing, constant blood and gore, R-rated stuff. Like, what more can you ask for? Let's talk about Robert Patrick, who plays Peacemaker's father in here. He is the most racist piece of shit character you could possibly have in a show like this. As the White Dragon, this guy is constantly being such an asshole to Peacemaker. All his life, he's been trying to make him this tough badass, and he's just been his villain his entire life. And it is just really satisfying to see what happens to that character at the end. And I just thought Robert Patrick did a great job as that character. Now, the core center of the show is that they're trying to fight Project Butterfly, which is the opposite of Project Starfish. It's these butterflies, these robotic butterflies that go inside humans, and they're all zombies now or something. Pretty weird, but it works concept in a James Gunn style show. And there's surprising reveals left, right, and center of who is a butterfly, who isn't a butterfly. And they're able to really make that surprising threat interesting. I wish Project Butterfly was a little more menacing than it's portrayed. It turns out to be kind of comical by the end. They're really making the Project Butterfly seem like this really intense threat, but to me, it doesn't feel like as big of a threat as Project Starfish. Take the cop storyline in this show, where you have these two police detectives in here, and then it's another butterfly who becomes a police detective in here. The way they're able to become butterflies is kind of confusing. By the end of it, they're able to make it work and explain why the butterflies are so important to Earth if you watch the final episode. And I can see the comedy not working for everybody. It has that full-out James Gunn comedy. John Cena throws out a lot of you-know-what jokes, just like he did in Suicide Squad. So I could see that being an issue for some, but it wasn't really an issue for me. This is a big spoiler right here for the final episode. We got a special cameo from the Justice League in the final episode. Mainly Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller. And I wish we could have saw Cyborg in there, Ray Fisher, but I know why he's not in there. For some people, seeing the Justice League being thrown in there at the end was kind of a force. Hey, remember the Justice League? Before I give you guys my final overall grade and thoughts on Peacemaker, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button for weekly reviews and ranking videos on this channel. Guys, Peacemaker was a total surprise. I had an absolute blast watching this entire series. It's very funny, bloody, and everything I wanted to see in a James Gunn project yet again. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Peacemaker an A. So that was my final overall thoughts on Peacemaker. What did you guys think of this series? Did you love it like me? Did you think it was okay? Or did you absolutely hate it? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this TV series review. All my social media links are in the description below. Go make peace, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!